Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Sean Shankaran, General Secretary, Indian Overseas Congress. Today, I'm with Sam Pitroda on one of our episode, Sense with Sam. Today, Sam is meeting up with young minds of India. Without much ado, we'll hand it over to Sam. I think there are a lot of going to be interesting discussions. Looking forward. We are doing this in partnership with India with Congress. Thank you, team. Go ahead, Sam.
Thank you, Sean. Uh, Greetings, everyone from Chicago. It is a special privilege today to talk to a lot of young people. I've been quite concerned about what's in the minds of young people in India. People like us, unfortunately, talk to large number of people, but in the process, don't get to really understand hearts and minds of young. Of course, they are concerned about job, they are concerned about education, they are concerned about love, they are concerned about family, they are concerned about future. But in all of this, how do they see not only their own future and participation, but also the idea of India? So I thought it would be a good idea to really listen to some young people, learn from them, and see how we can mold our own thinking at my level to really learn to listen a little better to young people. There is always this disconnect between generations, and that disconnect at times is difficult to bridge. So I want to take some time to listen to you all very seriously, even make some notes, and see how we could be a little more effective. I could improve our own narrative and really learn to talk to younger um, in a way it makes more sense to them. Um, I know they are smart. I know they are um educated. I have personally benefited in my own life from a lot of young people at CDOT, CDAC, in businesses, and I trust them and I love them, and you know, become very personal with them at times, and I want to know what takes them. In business, it is a little easier, but when you are trying to build a nation, it is important to understand their broader view, and that's the purpose today. With this, I'm going to listen for a while. Thank you all for taking time from your schedule to really tell us how you feel, what you would expect, and what should we all do to serve you a little better and work with you and help you. And in the process, you help us too. Okay, it's both way. It's a two-way street. You know, like I was just talking to Isha, and Isha says she's an architect. Now I remember I'd met her. Um, I couldn't recognize her first, and this happens at my age because you meet so many people. And I know a very large group of architects in India. I mean, all top of the top, you know, like Doshis of the world. They were all my friends. So he died. And they have been talking about urban development for last 3, 4 years. And there's some fantastic ideas and teams and experts. And I can connect Isha to them. And I can connect them to Isha as well. So this is an example of what we can do. Okay. So with this, I want to listen. Thank you.
Yes, Sam.
Go ahead. Who is going to start?
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll maybe start with the Priyamata. Priyamata, maybe you want to start with the
But you have been leading this, so it's better that you start. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so hello all. So I'm Priyamvada. I'm a volunteer like all of you. I'm from the group IWC. which is a professionals group like all of us here. So if you want to ever join with Rahulji's Bharat Jodo movement or Congress, you can fill our website. There is a website. Okay. So my question, like I'm really concerned, sir, about the youth, like their future, because what is happening is with this Ram Mandir and with this religious agenda, with just all over the place, and even youth are getting, even professional youth like us. It's not just that those who are unemployed or all, of course they are there, but like people like us who have really, like, have had like fortunate to have education and have good jobs, they are also being, um engrossed and being affected by this Ram Mandir and religious hatred which is being spread. And I really wonder what's there for our future. Like, I'm really concerned about the youth because there is a large scale unemployment. Like, yesterday, we saw a video for one junior IT professional place in Hinjewadi, Pune. There was like around 10,000 people in queues, and just for one vacancy, sir. So and the government is not at all bothered. We have government in Maharashtra, which is, it's just like a pawn of from Delhi. So they are of no use. So I'm just concerned about how should we, like, I don't know really how to, promote our agenda, that what's happening is not just harmful for the country, but it's also harmful for your personal growth, personal life. So I don't know how. I'm really really concerned, sir, about the youth. So what can we do more in our agenda to attract youth and, spread this message more? I think we are doing our bit from Twitter and other spaces, but it's not really going to the places where we want to. So I'm just, that's my
Mhm.
first question. I'm really,
Mhm.
really concerned.
Thank you, Priyamata. Just before everybody starts, I have a request for Umar and Dibya. If you guys can switch on your camera, it will be great. And also, all of you can stay on mute. Whenever you guys have a question, you can unmute yourself and ask the question, and then you can mute again, so that we have a best audio quality. Thank you, guys.
But I think we need to give more time to Premvada to speak.
Yeah.
And also, let's not get into question answer yet. Let's just hear them out first.
Yes, sir, of course. Yeah. So what we see on Twitter, sir, or social media every day, it just bothers me, and same people like me elsewhere. There is high amount of inflation. Students are not getting educational loans. The prices are affecting their education because they don't have, like, people from the middle income groups, they are suffering as well, sir. So many of my friends, they are in universities, and because of all sorts of other problem, like the they're suffering, sir. So my question, like, it's not a question, but I'm really really worried
Mhm.
with this hatred. Where is it this going to take us, sir? Like, I mean, I can understand we have an agenda, we have Ram Mandir, it's okay, it's done now, but then i i I really appeal to people to, to move ahead now. Like, it's done, dusted. Now think about your own life, your, where this is taking you. There is no policy, there is no accountability from the government. Basically, no one from the government even bothers to reach out to the youth, or, to youngsters, to know what their problems are, what they are facing. If at all, it's just like Ram Mandir, that's
Mhm.
done, religious hatred. Yeah, come, it's, so this is really worrying. That's my opening comments
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
this session.
Sam, do you want to go a round table
Yeah,
of
let's go through everybody first. I'm
yeah,
making some notes
yeah,
so I remember.
yeah? Why don't you guys quickly introduce yourself? Where are you from? What do you do? And then just
Thank you.
shoot what is bothering you, what is keeping you guys awake to
Thank
Sam.
you. Thank you.
Isha, go ahead, Isha.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Isha. It's very good to meet with you. I'm currently in Raipur, and I don't know what we're celebrating, but there's fireworks outside. So if there's disturbance, it's that. Um, I've been practicing as an architect and an urban designer for quite some time now. I have been in and out of India for over 13 years. I've lived in Los Angeles and Berkeley and gotten my university degrees at the USC and Berkeley. Um, I'm very interested in civic cultures and public spaces and how the manifestation of people coming together literally can be seen. What keeps me up at night is a very loaded question, but I would love to answer the best I can. I'm born to an interreligious marriage, and that in itself has been a very complicated upbringing in a lot of ways. My parents got married around the time of the demolition of the Babri Masjid, and of course, there was a lot of rioting around that time. By default, that kind of surfaced in a lot of our family tensions. A lot of our family members were away from us until I was in high school. So for me, the concept of family, I'm an only child. A lot of that was shaped around finding family and finding friends and kind of finding meaning for myself about what those things meant. From there, then we have worked over time to bridge gaps with each other and family. What that has also done is I have grown into my adulthood away from India. I turned 18 in the US, and coming back with a very different mindset from what I was used to both seeing, but what also people were used to seeing of me. That brings me to ostracization. So I think there's very severe isolation that I'm feeling, both from the point of view of constantly having to prove loyalty to either cultural segment or religion, or the larger ostracization I feel is from the point of view of being overly educated. I think that is something that's a very big detriment. I think I have never foreseen, would never have foreseen that, and I didn't really grow up in an atmosphere that would put education as something that's subservient to anything else. That's been a privilege. We've, as a family, put education first always. But around me, I am from Raipur, Chhattisgarh now, and there's a very sincere sort of looking down on people who are in pursuit of intellectual inquiry. And by default, I think that brings them to a place that they're standing from the outside and not very embedded within the societal fabric. And then lastly, I think around me, there's been a very heavily loaded, regrettable dissatisfaction with how not head on Congress has been feeling like in dealing with issues that I know the best about, which are minority related. So that is a dissatisfaction and a disappointment. And it's very regrettable because in all ways, there are so many ideas of India, and I'm saying that in plural, that I would really just like to reaffirm that Congress has always withheld and is continuing to do so. So the dissatisfaction is also something that keeps me up at night. I don't know what else there is that we can do. There's friends and family around us who would provoke and send Jai Shri Ram text messages and WhatsApp forwards, and that's just, why are you trying to provoke me, or try to intimidate me, or what, to what end? What is that trying to prove? So questions like that, concerns like that, like what's the most ideal way for me to operate with the privilege that I have, with the education that I have? How do I not feel underutilized? I think that's my biggest, most pressing concern. I feel very underutilized, and I'm very charged and ready to go and optimistic.
Okay, good. Isha, you should talk to me separately. I have a couple of things that I'd like you to get involved in. There is a person, Mitakshra Kumari, who worked with me for 10 years. So she lives in Calcutta, but she works in Raipur. There is another girl who has just come back from Australia, Jinal, just like you. Okay, she got her MBA in Australia and has come back because of personal reasons in Raipur. So I'll connect you to 2-3 key people, and then we'll talk about what you all can do together. Okay, just a simple, small little group we can, and this could be applicable in many places, but Raipur, I know for sure, I can get you
Yes,
started.
please.
Okay, it may not be 100% of what you're looking for. Even if it is 5 or 10%, that'd be a good start.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Isha. Rafika, why don't you go next?
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, and good evening to all of you who is from India. And right now it's 5 o'clock in my country. Right now, basically, I'm from Bihar, but right now I'm in Saudi Arabia for some business purposes.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but sir, I would like to put my question in Hindi if you don't mind, because
Please.
जी ये सवाल नहीं, थोड़ा सा मेरे तरफ से कंसर्न भी है, जो मुझे लगता है कि आप जैसे इंटेलेक्चुअल लोग और जिन्होंने बहुत कुछ दिया है देश को, उनकी तरफ से अच्छा मुझे जवाब मिल सकता है। पहली बात तो ये कि जो यूथ हैं आज के, वो एक क्रिटिकल वे में, या फिर आप कह सकते हैं जो रेशनल वे में सोचने की जो ताकत होती है, वो खत्म क्यों होती जा रही है? या फिर क्या उनके आसपास जो उनके सराउंडिंग में कुछ ऐसे माहौल हैं जो उनको फोर्स कर रही है कि आप इस तरह की क्रिटिकल सोच या रेशनल थिंकिंग को आपको साइड करो और वो सोचो जो हम आपको, जिस तरीके से राजनीति, जो पॉलिटिक्स है, आपको देखना चाहती है? क्या इससे उस यूथ को फायदा होगा या इस देश को फायदा होगा? इस बात को यूथ सोचने में क्यों फेल होता नजर आ रहा है? ये मेरा एक सिंपल सा एक सवाल है आपसे।
अच्छा सवाल है
जी, थैंक यू।
We'll come to that. Okay, very good. बाकी दूसरा कुछ
we
ये
can
यही एक
No,
चीज है
thank you very
जिसमें कोई
much.
चीज कहनी है आपको?
No, thank you very much, sir. That's it. चूंकि youth से related है, तो once you will finish with this question, then we'll go further. Thank you.
Dibya, why don't you go next, Dibya? You can unmute yourself, please.
Good evening, all. Actually, I'm Dibya Singh Sahu. Actually, I'm from Puri, Odisha. That is the state of Lord Jagannath. All you may be aware.
Dibya, can you be a little louder?
Sorry.
Come closer to microphone and speak a little louder.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm Dibya Singh Sahu, and I'm from Puri, Odisha. But currently, I'm working in a steel industry as I'm a metallurgist. So I'm working in a steel industry that's situated in Gujarat. That is 20 to 25 kilometers away from Surat. Actually, sir, my main concern is the level of misinformations and the fake news, the fake information that is being spreaded among the youth nowadays. And they are easily get into the trap of all this, and they believe it as the truth, as the fact. They don't care about what is the actual fact. मतलब उनको जानना ही नहीं है कि एक्चुअल फैक्ट क्या है। उनका एक पर्सनल हेट्रेड, उनका ब्रेन वॉश कर दिया गया है कि कांग्रेस ऐसा है, कांग्रेस ने ऐसा राम मंदिर बनाने में कुछ योगदान नहीं है कांग्रेस का, और कांग्रेस मुस्लिमों का ही पार्टी है, एक पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन को सपोर्ट करता आता है, उनका कुछ दूसरा कुछ कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं है, हिंदू विरोधी पार्टी है। ऐसा करके यूथ के बीच में, स्पेशली सर गुजरात में मैं सर्विस करने का 8-9 साल हो चुका है, यहाँ पे अलग लेवल के ब्रेन वॉश है सारे यूथ। मतलब उनको समझाना ही मुश्किल है, और उनको समझाने जाएंगे तो वही है जैसे बीजेपी वाले बोलते हैं, आपको बोल देंगे नहीं तू देशद्रोही है, तू पाकिस्तानी है। मतलब फिर मेरा सरनेम को साहू बदल के वो खान लगा के भी कभी कभी मुझे बुलाते हैं, नहीं दिव्या खान है तू इसलिए ऐसा बोल रहा है, कांग्रेस को सपोर्ट करता आ रहा है। मतलब उनको सच जानना ही नहीं है सर। मतलब उनको जो अपना काल्पनिक दुनिया है, जो वो लोग मानते आ रहे हैं, जो उनके दिमाग में डाल दिया गया है, उन्हीं को सच पकड़ के बैठे हैं, और उनको सच जानना ही नहीं है। तो उनके बीच में कैसे सच को लाया जाए, उनके बीच में कैसे अवेयरनेस लाया जाए, और उनको कैसे बदला जा सके, वो कोई तरीका होगा तो। क्योंकि मैं बहुत कुछ अप्लाई कर चुका हूँ सर, लेकिन सब में फेल हो चुका हूँ। सर इतना ही जानना था।
थैंक यू भैया।
थैंक यू सर।
नेक्स्ट।
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Habibul from Assam. First of all, I would like to thank Sam sir that he has taken times from his busy schedule and he is here to listening to us. And this is very rare in today's time, because if we see around us, there is no one that who would listen to the young minds. They are just criticizing us, or I am including all of us, like they are criticizing the young people, they are making comments on us, like the young people, but there are very few who actually try to understand the young minds or try to listen to the minds. So we only can see Rahul Gandhi, who is roaming around the India and listening to the youth, and it's actually everyone's. And in the same context, I really appreciate sir that he has joined us today, and this gave us hopes actually. Like, as I am from Assam, so I'm a teacher by profession. So I will just speak about Assam, that people of Assam get some hopes when some people or some intellectual like you, sir, really take your time and to listen to us. Like in Assam, the youth or the people cannot think about any other uh, things going around in India, because we have already known about NRC. बट एनआरसी बस एक ऐसा मुद्दा है जो सभी को मालूम है, लेकिन असम के अंदर ये सिटीजनशिप के नाम पे जो लोगों को बांटा जा रहा है, लोगों को जो मेंटल प्रेशर दिया जा रहा है, वो जो फेस कर रहा है यहाँ पे वही जान सकते हैं, उसके अलावा और कोई नहीं जान सकता। क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल से जो डी वोटर है या जो फॉरेनर्स ट्राइब्यूनल है, वो असम के बाहर कोई भी ऐसा दूसरा स्टेट नहीं है जहाँ पे ये दो चीजें हैं, या तो बॉर्डर पुलिस हो या तो फॉरेनर्स ट्राइब्यूनल हो। इसमें क्या किया जा रहा है कि लोगों को अचानक एक नोटिस दिया जा रहा है कि आप सस्पेक्टेड फॉरेनर्स हो, यू हैव टू कम टू द फॉरेनर्स ट्राइब्यूनल with your all the documents, and then you have to prove yourself to be an Indian, and this is merely on just suspicions. So the peoples, and these are basically the marginalized. You can find the religious minority and the linguistic minority, like who speak Bengalis in Assam, and the basically Muslims people. So they are just thrown a notice and they were called or summoned to the court that you have to prove yourself. And this process just stress their life in a court for long. Like they have to spend 4 to 5 years in this process to prove themselves that they are Indian or they are not. सो ये जो चीज है, ये करने में उनका बहुत सारा पैसा जाता है, उनका समय जाता है। तो ये जो चीज है, इसमें असम का भी ऑलमोस्ट 50% पॉपुलेशन इस चीज का विक्टिम है। जो डी वोटर है, जो एनआरसी है, जो आधार कार्ड है, और जो फॉरेनर्स ट्राइब्यूनल से नोटिस है, या जो हम उसको रेफरेंस केसेस बोलते हैं। तो इसमें क्या है, वो लोग अभी उसको ऐसे ट्रामाटाइज किया गया है, उसको ऐसे उसमें फंसा दिया गया है कि वो लोग बाहर का सोच ही नहीं सकते। और ये चीज बस वही फेस कर सकते हैं, या वही बोल सकते हैं, या वही बता सकते हैं कि कैसा गुजरता है एक आदमी के अंदर जब उसको जस्ट एक कागज का टुकड़ा दे दिया जाता है और कहता है कि तुम जाओ प्रूव करो। Recently, 14 people were taken to the detention camp, and I have personally went to their houses and I have examined their documents, and their cases were made on that you have came to India or Assam after 1971. I have witnessed, I have the documents in my phone that no, they have the documents prior to the 1971. सो ये जो सिटीजनशिप के इशू है, जो एनआरसी हम बाहर में जानते हैं, लेकिन असम के अंदर एनआरसी के अलावा भी, जैसे कि मैंने बताया आपको, डी वोटर है, फॉरेनर्स ट्राइब्यूनल है, और इसमें जो हमारा टैक्सेस को पहुंचा जा रहा है वो लगभग हर महीने 30 लाख जा रहा है। और उसका नतीजा क्या आ रहा है, लाइक हाउ मेनी वी हैव फाइंड आउट रियली फॉरेनर्स, और लाइक दे आर द इंट्रूडर और द इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स। देयर आर ओनली very few, like only in last 3 years only 78 or 79, which is the data given by the this government, the BJP government, Hemanta's government itself, that in last 3 or 4 years they have only find out 89 or something 87 peoples, and they are not illegal immigrants. They have come to Assam, either their visa was failed or they were caught by police doing while they are doing some illegal things, illegal activities, and they were put in the detention camp. And we all know that ACA's biggest detention camp is just a few kilometers away from my home. And ये किसके लिए बनाया गया है? सो जब हम ये सारे चीजें को देखते हैं तभी आता है कि एनआरसी, और इसका जो एनआरसी का नतीजा है वो बहुत बाद में आएगा। लेकिन अभी जो असम के लोग फेस कर रहे हैं बुरी तरह, वो है डी वोटर, रेफरेंस केसेस फ्रॉम बॉर्डर ब्रांच, आधार नहीं है किसी के पास, ESRCs, और इसमें आधार में ही टोटल 27 लाख पीपल ऐसे असम में जिसके पास आधार्स नहीं है, आधार कार्ड नहीं है। और वी कैन जस्ट इमेजिन कि आधार कार्ड के बिना हम क्या क्या अभी नहीं कर सकते। So 27 lakh people and their families are now victimized. 19 lakh people were left out from NRC, and 19 lakh people and their families. And there are, I have the data, around 50 lakh in total, the NRC left out, the D voter, the Aadhaar card जिसको आधार कार्ड से बाहर किया गया है, total people like around 50 lakh 10,887 people. This is the data given by the Assam government. They are now victimized by this citizenship, and this is the number, or this is the victim, and these victims are also related to their families. Like if we count that one person have 4 or 3 or 5 family members, now we can just imagine the numbers, how big it is, and how many people or how many families are affected. So we are working with this, or there are many people who are working for them, like providing legal aids, providing counselings. But how long we have to work for them, or how long they have to suffer, or suffer for what? जहाँ पे उन लोग ने कुछ किया ही नहीं, उसके लिए कैसा सफर करना। तो मैं सर, that I really appreciate, as I mentioned, that I want to know from your side, or you are just a hope for us, that what is the future? What is the future of this more than 50 lakhs people in Assam? And how can, apart from all this, how can we think about future? This is my, not question actually, I just want to a suggestion from you. Thank you so much. That's all.
It's a very set of important questions, Habibul. Thanks a lot. I think it's going to be a long, very detailed conversation, which I think Sam will try to chime in. I'll let's to go with Bala, and then followed by Umar and Pratham. Go ahead, Bala.
Bala?
Yes, good evening all. I would like to thank IWC, Niyati ma'am, Priyamata ma'am, and Sam sir for giving me this opportunity. So my name is Balakrishna Rao. I'm doing my MBA in Chennai, SSN College. So my knowledge of politics is only after 2019, because that's when I completed my 12th standard and came to my my engineering life, so public life. So that when I got a phone. So when I got the phone, the first thing I did, as like every young youth, downloading all the apps and all, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, everything on. So only during the COVID, I started using Twitter. Then one thing I noticed is the difference between Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi in the Twitter. Rahul Gandhi has been very, assertive, and he's been very successful in predicting various aspects from COVID, from economic devastation that was following COVID. His words, his speeches, everything really inspired me a lot. That's when I started following Congress. I got an idea that this man has something that the Prime Minister doesn't have. Surely he was roaming around the world and having chai everywhere. So that's when I started my political knowledge started from there. So basically, I come from Tamil Nadu. So here it's been like the states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu have been, a little bit more educated, more towards the social justice path. Like we had Periyar here and Sri Narayana Guru in Kerala. So people here are very much they keep religion separate to their lives. They don't intermix both the things, apart from what we see in North Indian states. So it's been very easy for me to talk about politics, to keep my views within my friend circle. I have a very diverse group of friends who come from very different political affiliations. So it's been very easy, and we have our productive debates and all. But now what I see is after Ram Mandir, even people in Tamil Nadu are very much convinced that there is a justice done to Hindus. They're not seeing what was done in 1992, the demolition, the way this justice came. But mostly all are convinced that a justice is done. So I think this is a very big threat. Why? Because Tamil Nadu and Kerala has been very clear that they will not be voting for BJP. But now I believe that they have made a footprint, a very big footprint, that this Ram Mandir they'll be milking here too. They've been also taking yatras regarding Lord Muruga and all, and whole Tamil Nadu. Annamalai, president, BJP president here, has been doing that. So that one thing. And second thing I want to talk about, the Kaveri issue, which flows from Karnataka to Chennai, I mean Tamil Nadu. This, when BJP was there, everything was fine. Now we have a Congress government. The government, the opposition, BJP, is trying to say that, see, you have a government there, you both are in alliance, you're supposed to sort it out. No. So these questions, I think, if we come to power in the coming elections, a very good solution has to be done for a very long time. We are not supposed to prolong, because Tamil Nadu has a very big water issue regarding with respect to its neighboring states, related to Karnataka, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh, because what to say, there's been huge floods all of a sudden. There's been huge drought all of a sudden in Tamil Nadu, that due to climate change. So this water issue has to be resolved very much. Then I believe NEET has been a very burning issue, and as we all know, in whichever opposition ruled states we have, BJP places a governor, so that a type of governor that they want to disturb the functioning of the state government. So governors, appointment of governors should be modified or changed, because these governors, for no good reason, they are troubling the elected state governments. They're not allowing bills to be passed. They're not signing the bills which are passed. So taking times and all, rejecting the bills. So the governor issue should be resolved. Then the state is very much in need of what state autonomy. State like Tamil Nadu and the local party here, DMK, has been very much vocal about the state autonomy and autonomies to be given to every state in India for a cooperative federalism point of view. So this has to be addressed very well, because due to the central government's more power over money issue or whatever it is, all these things should be resolved only through state autonomy and through cooperative federalism. These ideas should be taken into thing. Then regarding jobs, this year, because I'm doing my MBA, my college is very good at placements. 96-97% placements happens, but due to recession, there has been no placements. Literally only 50% have been placed this year. And when I read the various articles in newspapers, even IIMs are suffering to place their students. These things are not taken into account, and people are not even finding it. Other thing I read is Pew conducted a research. Pew Research Centers conducted research that they have taken 3,000 samples, and out of them 80% were okay with the government, but out of them 60% didn't have food in the last 10 days. They had only one meal in the last 10 days. People are very much convinced that religion is more important than food, clothing, and basic needs and all. So how, what to say, this always triggers me at night. How are people are giving more importance to something than what is the basic needs? First, we are supposed to live, then comes religion, principles, and all. So people are not having any basic necessities, and still they're focusing on religion and all. This thing has to be addressed. People are supposed to, especially Congress party, is supposed to emphasize more on the constitutional values. We are doing that, but still, even the Nyaya Yatra, I find it, Nyaya Yatra is a very good concept, but I don't feel that the Bharat Jodo one was very, very successful. I was able to feel the vibe, but the one which was starting from northeast to Mumbai, I'm not feeling the vibe. Only in Assam, due to Himanta's tricks and all, he gave the publicity to the Nyaya Yatra. Otherwise, I was not feeling that vibe because of the Ram Mandir issue, the media blackout and all. And second thing, that very important pillar, Nyaya, that has to reach people. I believe that is not reaching people very well, and now it has entered Bengal. In Bihar, Nitish Kumar has left the India Alliance. All these distractions, no, they are planning it very well so that Rahul Gandhi's Yatra becomes a very big failure. I feel very bad that man is walking thousands of kilometers and he's getting insulted, thrown stones, thrown abuses every time, and still, what to say, very bad. That man is the only last hope we have got. Gandhi family has been very important in preserving the constitutional rights and all. Even by not going to attend Ram Mandir's invitation, a very big thing for Congress, because we know Ram Mandir is a very important thing. If we are not going to attend, we are going to have some damage and all, because media and BJP will start criticizing us. But still, we have taken a moral stand. Even in Gujarat, when Bilkis Banu's rapists were released, we took the stand. That alliance partner we have, they never opened their mouths to. But still, we have been very honest, and we have stick to Nehruvian values. But still, that is not reaching people. We have to search ways so that people understand it. So these are my points.
Awesome, man. Mind blowing. Phenomenal.
Thanks, Bala.
Yeah, thanks. Let's go with Umar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Where are you, Umar?
Hi, good evening, sir. This is Umar from Jammu and Kashmir. I'm a social media state coordinator, Pradesh Youth Congress.
Mhm.
I have the job creation in India has taken down, so we need to look up for the job creation. If the youth hasn't having a jobs, then what youth can do it? So it means the tension rise in the youth, which is called which we call a depression, and then we have seen a lot of heart attacks in recently in Kashmir. And second thing here is the power shutdown cuts has power, and third is that roads, and that's it. I will speak to.
Okay.
Yeah. We will go to Pratham. Thanks, Umar. We'll go to Pratham. Pratham, go ahead.
Yeah. A warm good evening to you all. First of all, I would thank India with Congress, Premvada ma'am, Niyati ma'am for this opportunity to interact with Sam sir. I'm Pratham, studying B Pharmacy from Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Science, Karnataka. Sir, I would like to speak on three important issues in India. The first topic is about the unemployment and job aspiration. Second one is about the education and skill development. And third one is about the economic challenges and inflation. My first point, that is unemployment and job aspiration. So currently, unemployment is the major issue in India among youths. There is huge increase in unemployment rate, particularly affecting urban youth and educated young adults. I think in last few days, we came across a viral video from Pune that over 2,900 applicants were queuing for a single job opening at Hinjewadi. And this is the intensity of the unemployment issue in India. So one thing that concerns me is by 2025, I'm going to finish my degree. But really, unemployment is one of the important thing that concerns me. And one more thing is, sir, in the advent of artificial intelligence, education system is not preparing youth for the future. This is one of the important aspects we need to address. There is a peer pressure and mental health challenges. We must think on how to create jobs in a country looking backward. How can we move forward? So my second point is about the education and skill development. Skill-based education and job placements as a part of higher education institutions. There is a huge gap in communication skills, especially from a youth from non-urban settings, putting pressure on them and leading them to suicide. One more thing I would like to focus on, sir. Many of the super specialty seats are in the private medical colleges, where the annual fees range from 1.5 crore to 2.5 crore. We need to address future impact when there will be shortage of super specialty doctors in India. And the last point is about economic challenges and inflation, sir. The rise in cost of living and inflation are impacting the youth. We need to find some policies and economic relief for students and young job seekers. The high cost of education, especially in private institution, and the lack of basic amenity in government or government-aided educational groups are significant barrier. Policy suggestions could include the improve the standard of public education and regulating the cost of private education. I hope once our government comes in 2024, we are going to combat these all issues. And the term coined by BJP, Viksita Bharata, which means it has a zero vision to resolve unemployment, zero plan to tackle price rise. It has a zero intent to stem poverty and inequality, and zero intent to protect our women and children. I thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pratham. And I think Rafiq wants to add one more point or a couple of more points. Go ahead, Rafiq, quickly, before we again.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shan. Actually, sir, मैंने बस एक सवाल रखा था, मुझे लगा शायद वन बाय वन करके फिर से हम लोग आएंगे, लेकिन चूंकि सवाल बहुत बर्निंग और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सवाल सब लोगों ने रखे हैं, जो आपको ज्यादा समय आपको लेना पड़ेगा, तो मेरे भी सवाल को कुछ और ऐड कर लीजिए. देखिए, मैं ये समझना चाह रहा था कि जो यूथ है हमारे देश में, आखिर उनको किस तरीके से डिस्ट्रैक्ट किया जा रहा है, जो रियल इश्यूज हैं उससे. जैसे कि बहुत सारे लोगों ने राम मंदिर के बारे में, अयोध्या के बारे में बात करी, चलो ठीक है, धर्म मजहब अपनी पर्सनल चॉइस हो सकती है, अपनी पर्सनल बात हो सकती है, लेकिन क्या यूथ को इसके नाम पर डिस्ट्रैक्ट करने की कोशिश की जा रही है? आप देखो, आज राम मंदिर का मामला है जो कि ऑलमोस्ट खत्म हो चुका है, दूसरे दिन ज्ञान वापी का मामला आएगा, तीसरे दिन यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड का मामला आएगा, तीसरे दिन कुछ और मामला उठा दिया जाएगा. तो जो यूथ है हमारे देश में, जिसको कहा जाता है दुनिया का सबसे यंग कंट्री हमारा देश है, भारत है, उस यूथ को किस तरीके से हर दिन कुछ नए नए मुद्दों के साथ में डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया जाता है. और उसके अलावा सोशल मीडिया की बात अगर हम करें, या जो मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया उसके बारे में अगर हम बात करें, तो इनका तो सबसे अहम रोल नजर आता है हमारे यूथ को डिस्ट्रैक्ट करने में. जो अभी बात हम लोग राहुल गांधी जी की यात्रा की बात कर रहे हैं, यकीन मानिए ये पहले वाले पद यात्रा से ज्यादा बेहतर और बेहतरीन तरीके से लोगों पे इम्पैक्ट डाल रहा है, लेकिन सिर्फ और सिर्फ सिविल मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया और जो हमारी सोशल मीडिया है उस पर जिस तरीके से इनको इग्नोर किया जा रहा है बड़े बड़े मीडिया घरानों की तरफ से, या उनके अहम मुद्दों को सामने लाने की कोशिश नहीं की जा रही है. यूथ के दिल दिमाग के साथ जिस तरीके से खिलवाड़ किया जा रहा है, कोई ना कोई कम्युनल बातें सामने लेकर आकर, जैसे आपने मुंबई में देखा, एक छोटी सी बात को लेकर इन लोगों ने लगातार तरीके से, जिस तरीके से गवर्नमेंट का भी इन्वॉल्व हो जाना, बुलडोजर का चला देना, इस तरह की चीजों को जानबूझकर लाने की कोशिश होती है क्या, कि यूथ इस बात में उलझा रहे कि वो रोजगार के बारे में ना पूछे. अभी आप देखिए, रिसेंटली एक मामला हुआ, अयोध्या का मामला सामने आया, उसके दूसरे तीसरे दिन हम लोग क्या देखते हैं, उसी लखनऊ के अंदर में लोग इजराइल जाने के लिए सैकड़ों की तादाद में लाइन में लगे हुए हैं जॉब के लिए. तो क्या ये रियल इशू नहीं है जो यूथ को देखना चाहिए, सोचना चाहिए, एक रेशनल थिंकिंग की तरफ बढ़ना चाहिए यूथ को? ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है जो आमतौर पर हमें किसी न किसी धर्म के मामले पे, धर्म के स्थान के नाम पर, लोगों को बहका देने के नाम पर ये किया जाता है. तो कहीं ना कहीं सरकार भी इस बात को समझती है कि यूथ का जो रियल इशू है उसको हमें किसी तरीके से साइड में रखना है. जो वादे हैं कि हम आपको रोजगार देंगे या उसके मौके को पैदा किया जाएगा देश के अंदर में ताकि लोगों को रोजगार मिले, उन तमाम चीजों पे कहीं बात नहीं हो रही. ना मीडिया कर रही है, ना सोशल मीडिया पे यूथ कर रहे हैं. आज इस पॉइंट पर या इस हम लोग प्लेटफॉर्म पे बात कर रहे हैं, आपकी बदौलत इतने जो यंग फेसेस यहाँ दिख रहे हैं, तमाम लोगों ने अपनी बात कही, ये कितने रियल इश्यूज हैं ग्राउंड से रिलेटेड. लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं हमें डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया जाता है. अभी हमारे बिहार में ही आप देख लीजिए, गवर्नमेंट फिर हिलना शुरू हो गई है, इधर से उधर पलटना शुरू हो गई है, गठबंधन टूटकर फिर बीजेपी के साथ मिलने की बात हो रही है. तो मैं ये कहता आ रहा हूं अपने जितने भी यंग साथी से कि आप लोग इस पर मत फोकस कीजिए. सवाल ये है कि सरकार जिसकी भी रहे, आपके कंसर्न, जो आपके सवाल है, वो सरकार पूरी कर रही है कि नहीं कर रही है. शुक्रिया.
Thank you.
So Sam, how do you want to deal it? You want to answer, or it's like you want to continue?
I wish I could answer, but let me try. First of all, I sincerely want to thank you all for opening your heart. What I see in your voices is that you are genuinely concerned. You have thought about it in your own way. You need something to express as a starting point. You know what the issues are, and you feel helpless. You feel lost. You feel puzzled, saying, what do I do? How do I do it? Okay. So this is going to take us a lot more than one session to cover some of the things you have expressed. I will try my best. I have some very wild ideas, totally out of the box, because I have experienced the same thing when I was young. So before I go into a lot of details, and I really want to talk and again listen to you and interact with you. And at the end, I want to come up with a plan of our own, plan of this group. Forget about the rest of the stuff. Everything else can go on. Okay, but we will create a plan of our own to at least address some of these issues. Let me give you one simple example before I go into details. When I came to America in 1964, 60 years ago, there were very few Indians. You could hardly find somebody on the road. And you found somebody, you got so excited that this fellow is from India. That means Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, all of that. And you would immediately connect with him, invite him to your home for tea and find out and go meet and all that stuff. Many of us felt very lonely because we had left behind family, friends, home, and there was no communication because phones didn't work to India. The only way to talk to them was through postcard and mails, this blue thing that you used to write, airmail, and it'll get to you after a week or 10 days. So we decided that some of us young people should meet once a week, whosoever wants to come. And it was supposed to be more of a tea party, socialize. And anybody who is new would come to this group, they'll bring their friends to this group. So you meet friends. After a while, we realized that we needed to talk like this. So we decided to meet every Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we would meet for 3 hours every Sunday. 1 hour would be a conversation or a speech by someone like any of you within the group. Somebody will say, I want to talk today about my village, economy, women, normality, homosexuality, and poverty, economy, minority, caste and politics. And a lot of these people were from University of Chicago, Northwestern, University of Illinois, Illinois Institute of Technology. So they all had something to say. Then this Sunday group became so powerful after a while. Word got back in India that there's a group in Chicago, they meet every Sunday. So anybody who came from India who was somebody, member of parliament or someone, they would want to come and talk to us. Okay. So Rajni Kothari and Ashish Nandi and all these friends helped us formulate our thinking. In the group, we had architects, engineers, scientists, doctors, dentists, psychiatrists, economists, just younger people. It really changed all of us. I learned a lot about psychology, philosophy, anthropology from them. And they learned a lot from me about telecom and IT. You'll be surprised to know that we did this for 19 years. Every week for 19 years, we did this. We are a product of that grinding. Okay. Nothing comes easy. You can't have 3 conversations and then hope to accomplish anything. It is that commitment to a team, camaraderie. People come and go, that doesn't matter, But you need that commitment to have a broader conversation with your community, with your friends. So this today is a beginning of that kind of a conversation with younger people. Okay, that's how I see it. I see energy in you all. I see enthusiasm. And interestingly enough, that you represent UK, Premvada is in UK and India, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Orissa, Assam, Tamil Nadu, Jammu Kashmir, and Karnataka. Can you believe that? Okay. And all of you have basically talked about some very fundamental issues, okay, which we all know, but in your own way you have articulated. One is jobs. Very important issue for all of you, and I would agree with you, that should be on top of your list. But jobs can come only if there is peace. Without peace, there are no jobs. And peace will come only when we begin to respect each other. When we don't have this Allah Gullah of Ram Mandir and Muslims and minorities and mosques and all this stuff. Okay. I got to respect you for who you are. Manavta is much bigger religion than anything else. Okay. I got to love you as a human being and genuinely love you, care for you. If you're bleeding, I got to come and help you and not ask what is your religion, and then I'll decide should I help you or not. So that's another issue that you have talked about beside employment, is a much larger issue. Minority, religion, temple, riots, harassing people, all that. And to me, that is all about what kind of a character you are. What are the values you believe in? Okay. Do you believe in religion before you believe in humanity? So we'll talk about that, and this itself is one full session minimum. Employment is at least 2-3 sessions according to me, if you really want to crack it properly. Then you talked about misinformation. You are being bombarded with all kinds of crap, to change your thinking, your mind, to corrupt you, to misguide you, to frighten you. Okay. And nobody has taught you how to find your own truth. Many times people, at least in the Congress party, ask me that, oh, I need this training, I need that training, and we should have training courses. I said, no, you don't need anything. All you need to do is read 2 books. Read Discovery of India and read Gandhiji's biography. Read by yourself. Don't talk to anybody. Go in a quiet place. Ask yourself questions. You don't need to ask anybody questions. You are your own guide, your own mentor. And just internalize these 2 books. When you come out of that session, you're already trained. You don't need anybody. Just go through the journey in these 2 books. Understand what is truth, what is love, what is trust, democracy, diversity, religion, inclusion. All of these things are very fundamental in life. And if you haven't learned these things by the time you are 20 or 10, forget it. Okay. Your die is cast much before you realize. And to change that die takes long time. But only you can do it. Nobody else can do it. You don't need training in a 5-star hotel by some MBA professor or some political scientist. Forget it. You can do it yourself. It'll be nice to have that training. It'll be good to have that great meal at 5-star hotel and meet some friends. That's a separate issue. So the issue that you have talked about, misinformation, we'll talk about that more. Then you also talked about citizenship and trust in Bihar and all that. You talked about vocational education, economy. You talked about Yatra, Rahul Gandhi. So you have covered lots of topics. You represent India, diversity. Unfortunately, we have only 2 girls. I wish we had more girls. Okay, but that's all right. Okay. And you have really articulated in a very simple way the concerns you have. The question is, what do we do with it? And that's where I would like to spend more time on as we go along. I also have been saying for years and years, since 1985, that in India, I see everything in terms of Brahminian culture and Sudras culture. Brahminian culture is to talk about it, discuss it, articulate it, but don't do anything. Sudras culture is, I gotta take a shovel and start digging. And I don't understand a lot of these issues, but I need to work. It is the Sudras culture that we are missing. Given a choice, I want everybody in India to be a Sudra. Just work, 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 work. What is work? Everything. I'll give you my own example at a personal level. Every day, I start by sweeping floor. Every day. 365 days, first thing I do when I get up and brush my teeth and all is take jhadu and clean up. I do it. Okay. I don't have to. My wife goes crazy saying, why do you do all these things? But that brings me to my task that I got to do something. I make my own bed because I know this is something I got done for a day. If nothing happens that day, I can say I cleaned the floor and I made my bed. Okay. To me, that's part of my life. You got to shine your own shoes. You got to iron your own shirts. You got to wipe your own screen in the car. Okay. Work is something you got to worship, enjoy, and not look down on. So when we talk about a lot of these things, we will talk from that perspective. That we don't want to just talk. We want to see how we can implement some of these ideas. These ideas may take us in some new direction. I have made lots of notes. And to me, it is about Jago Jawan. Jawan has to wake up in India. It is all about Jago Jawan. Jawan, you are not woken up yet. You are waiting somebody else to wake you up. You are saying problem is there, problem is there, problem is there. Problem is here. Problem is never there. Problem is always here. I see problem in others. But the problem is really me. I am the problem. And only I can be the solution. Yeah. Just before we started this, Isha and few others were talking about self-esteem. I am big on self-esteem. When a lot of young people ask me, what do you want me to do? I said, build a good self. If you don't build a good self, it's a non-starter. You need to build self that is respectful, that is disciplined, creative, ethical, moral, collaborative, cooperative, analytical. How do you build a self like that? And these are not just words. Okay. I mean, discipline is not a word, it's a way of life. Okay. Respectful is not a word, it's a way of life. How are you respectful to others? So these words are so very important for young. Saying, have you built yourself which is respectful of others? Do you get very angry all of a sudden? Do you know how to control your anger? And we are all human beings. We all make mistakes. We are all entitled to make mistakes. I'm not saying everybody is perfect or I'm perfect. Even Gandhiji was not perfect. That's okay. But how do we build a good self is a starting point. Good self says, it is okay for you to have different view. I like your different views. Because it will be boring to have somebody just like me. What would I do with them? And people say, advise me. I said, I don't even advise my own children. Because there's no sense in advising. Okay. You can share experiences. And if they want to pick it up, something important, that's their privilege. But don't look down on anybody. Never talk to anybody looking down. They are equally capable in their own way. Okay. So all of these issues we will discuss. I want to talk about these things at length, not because I have words of wisdom. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But you might find your own wisdom out of some of it. And if you change, India will change. If you lead, India will go somewhere. If you don't change, if you don't lead, India is not going anywhere. Because nobody is going to help you. I'm telling you. We start with that. If somebody helps us, fine, good. But we start with that only we can help ourselves. And once people know we are helping ourselves, they'll come and join you. Don't feel frustrated. Don't underestimate your power. You are much more powerful than you realize. One person can change the world. Don't let anybody tell you. Okay. Gandhi is a great example. And he did have a PhD. He was not a scientist. He was not, it's just a simple, ordinary human being who internalized a lot of these issues. So we don't spend enough time internalizing. So when you read those two books that I mentioned, you will internalize some of these issues. You will agree with truth and you will not lie. You'll agree with trust and you will not mistrust people. And a lot of these things will then begin to change your character, yourself, your confidence. And through that, you will change your community, change your environment. Okay. So I have listed several areas where we will have a detailed discussion over a period of time. Maybe we'll have one session on employment. Just whole session. We'll have one session on education. We'll have one session on health. We'll have one session on vocational education. One session, if you want, on self. So if you all agree, we will take these sessions and have a broader conversation together. But I want each one of you to build your own team of 10 people. That's an assignment for you. each one of you should find 10 who are part of your circle. It could be 8, it could be 7, it could be 12. But you got to create your own friend circle. Convince them, saying, hey, look, this is something interesting. We should talk. Let's meet. Let's have a cup of coffee. Okay. Then in the process, we will learn to multiply ourselves. Okay. So today, let's take some of the questions that have appeared. I just set the stage today after listening to you. So before I go to questions, I want you to sort of comment on what I said and see if it makes sense and if you agree with this basic idea, because you are the core group we'll work with. So tell me, does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir, it makes sense. And also the point that we need to create our own small little teams so that, it should grow in numbers so that more people will be, they will be informed about what they are missing out on. So,
And you also need a support group.
yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is that we are revolving in our own ecosystem. We need to, find out those who are not with the Congress ideology, basically, because they matter.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay to have people with different ideology. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay for somebody to say, look, you don't make sense. Perfectly normal. We respect that. Okay. Because they might change us also in some way. But we'll have open conversation. We'll be honest. We'll be sincere. And we will not move away from fundamental values. I don't want anybody to come and say, I am going to make you a liar.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. Okay, I learn and teach you how to hate people. That's not acceptable. Okay, so certain fundamental values we are wedded to. Okay. But we are open to a broader conversation. Is that
yes,
plan
sir,
of
yeah.
action acceptable?
Yeah, that sounds very
Yes, sir.
reasonable.
Yes, sir.
I think all those topics are very reasonable. Go ahead, guys.
Bolo? Anybody
Yeah,
from
Bala,
this
you
group?
can say, any one of you can. chip in.
Yeah, I'll start, sir. That one point that really hit my heart is immerse yourself with work. You don't have time for all this distraction and all. That I take it to my life from now on, because if I start working, as the Gita states, Bhagavad Gita, do your work, don't expect results. So I'll start doing my work from today. I don't
Karma.
expect the results. Everything,
Karma.
yeah, everything will fall in line. Then the second point is build a good self. If I build my good self, my surroundings will automatically change.
Absolutely.
These 2 points are very
Very simple. It's not rocket science. I haven't said something so remarkable and so enlightening. It's dumb stuff which we ignore.
Sometimes we miss the basic things, sir. So
Yeah.
these basic things are very important.
See, MBAs don't teach these things.
Yes.
Okay. I tell my kids, I have 2 kids. One got an MBA from Harvard, my son, and my daughter got an MBA from London Business School. Okay. But MBAs teach you how to extract value. They don't teach you how to create value.
Exactly, sir.
Okay. So we need to really learn on our own is how to be a decent human being. You can feel the vibe. When I meet you, I can feel the vibe that you are a good person. Okay. I mean, I don't need to have a big conversation with you. Your body language, your facial expression tells me that you're a decent person. You're a good guy. Okay. I can work with you. I can love you. I can, interact with you. It's okay for you to be different. But you look good to me. The fact that you took time to come here, I can see on your face, on all these faces, I can see that if I had met you on a street, I would have said, this is a good guy, good person. Okay, without even saying a word. Okay. Because it reflects in your body
Sir,
language.
all the points what we discussed now, will it reach our higher management, sorry, higher level politicians, sir?
I don't worry about that. They may not be even qualified to understand you. That's okay. Okay. Why are you worried about higher, lower? Why do you think they are higher and lower? I was talking to somebody the other day. I was invited to give a talk to OBC Student, All India OBC Student Association. And they were all, there were a few hundred people and all. I said to, first of all, who decided to call you OBC? Who the hell are they to tell me I'm other backward class? That's a funny thing. You call me backward class? Who the hell are you to decide that I'm other backward class? But nobody asks that kind of question. Saying, call me something else, call me a working class, that's okay. But not a backward class.
Yeah.
But we accept that OBC as a standard term and everybody agrees, and everybody, national statistics go on OBC and everybody calls you OBC. I resent that. That is not respectful of me. Okay. Change your terminology. They were all shocked. They never thought like this. I said, how dare anybody call you other backward class? But this is the world we live in. I just read all about World Economic Forum. I went there once and I said, I'm never going again. Okay. It's a bunch of snobbish rich people who come together. I shouldn't say it in public, okay, but I'll say it to this group. And they're patting each other in the back, making deals. And then they come out and say, we are worried about poverty. We are worried about employment. We're worried about youth. It's all bogus. We live in a hypocritical world. There are lots of hypocrites. Okay. But you got to put up with them. Yeah. But only young people can begin to question and change. When I came to America in 1964, Vietnam War was going on. And I was drafted to go to Vietnam. I had just gotten married to my girlfriend from India. She had come here and I said, I'm not going to Vietnam. So we all used to have hair this long. And this is leftover of Vietnam War. And we were all rebels. Okay. I don't see that rebel in India that much. Okay. Campuses should be saying, hey, wait, we can't allow this, religious fervor all over. Students should be saying, we are for Manavta and not for anything else first. But students don't say anything. Students' unions are highly politicized. They take position here or there, But we'll talk about all of these things. Don't get me on wrong track. I also have tendency to sort of, get off on tangent. So keep me on track. Let's go through some questions.
Sir, my question, it's not a question.
Yes.
Whatever you said is absolutely correct. But my concern is like, what about the consistency in youth? Actually, whatever things you advised, doing something is important, but not in one, like, ek din aapne kiya, do din aapne kiya, then after you just forget about it. The consistency and persistence is one of the most important things, I think, just to get the right result. एक्चुअली हम लोग जो सराउंडिंग में, मैंने पहले भी ये क्वेश्चन किया था, जिस सराउंडिंग में हम लोग जी रहे हैं, 15 सेकंड के शॉर्ट्स देखना पसंद है, लेकिन लॉन्ग कन्वर्सेशन सुनना पसंद नहीं है। 10 सेकंड का कोई बात सुनकर बस आगे फॉरवर्ड करके, इस तरह की हम लोग जो इन्वायरमेंट में जी रहे हैं, ये कहीं ना कहीं इम्पैक्ट डालती है उन चीजों पर भी जो हमें सीखने से रोक रही है।
इसीलिए मैंने आपको पहले बताया कि हमने जो फोरम शुरू किया था वो 19 years तक चला. That's why I said that at the beginning.
Exactly.
Okay. 19 years is a long time, my friend.
Exactly.
But we hung in there. Okay. You need that discipline.
And even if we study about your career and your contribution to the India, I think it will teach us a lot of things. कैसे persistent रहकर अपने देश के लिए हम लोग क्या से क्या कर सकते हैं, जो टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री में आपने जो
हमारे लिए किया, हमने किसी के लिए नहीं किया. That is what I had to do to keep my conscience. Okay, I haven't done any great service or I haven't done anything. I had to do it because I had to do it. Okay, because India gave me everything. India gave me for $10 masters in physics. Which country will give you? Okay.
So we are missing that kind of burning desire in our hearts somewhere, like कि कुछ करना है या फिर उसके लिए consistent plan.
Insecurity hai.
Exactly.
Insecurity hai. Okay, if you're secure, saying I can do anything, and you can do anything. Don't let anybody tell you that you are any less.
Exactly.
Forget it. And the person doesn't know you then. Okay. That's the kind of confidence you have to build. Okay, should we go through questions, Sean, if there are important questions?
Yeah, there are few, Sam, but I think this is good enough. I think we are. I think we'll plan some strategies to continue this with the same set of youths. Maybe in the next week to dive deep on employment, health. And,
so let's start next week on employment.
Okay.
Okay.
There is just one, I think, raised hand on space. I'll just dream to see. Okay, can you just unmute and ask your question? Dream to see Rahul Ji as PM. Your handle name is.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not a.
No, he's not like.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah, he's there. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, just I want to say thanks to all of you because of we are all fighting for one dream, one nation, and we are all joined together to raise one good human, our Rahul Ji.
Do you have any?
We are creating a platform.
Yeah.
There's only one commitment for him as a PM. We are going to create one platform by 2024. So, ma'am, just at present, if you are not giving opportunity, is not a problem. So, anyway, we are going to carry forward this meeting for next week also. So, it is not a matter for me. Just I want to introduce myself. I am Adivel from Tamil Nadu. I am a dream lover of Rahul Gandhi. I am addicted to Rahul Gandhi. I am addicted to his character. I'm just great fan of him. Just every day, sometimes just I'm getting on my dream. Still now in Tamil Nadu, not only in Tamil Nadu, among all the Indias, I have seen one good humanitarian. It is Rahul Gandhi, who never lied just because of for his own wish. He is a great humanitarian. So if people who doesn't know about Rahul Ji, they should know about Rahul Ji. Just I will all support. We'll all together will make the platform. And so going forward in next week, just I will try to put my words. Thanks for this opportunity. Next time, if you are going with this meeting, I will in detail. I want to discuss on this with sir. I know him. When Rahul Ji went to America, he is the one to left and right hand of Rahul Ji. So I know this is a correct way. So I will take this opportunity next week, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So next week we will talk about employment.
Sure, sounds good, Sam. I think thanks a lot for everybody. I think you guys took a lot of time. I think it's very important. You are taking time out of your precious Saturday evening to talk about the future of the country. I think hopefully, all of you guys will join the subsequent weeks. Go ahead. Anybody wants to pass some passing comments?
Umar wants to say something.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, how to come out of the fair? Suppose I want to speak something, but I have fear that government can maybe they will take me to the custodies. Yeah, there is no. I don't think कि हमें बोलने की इजाजत दी जा रही है कि हमें कुछ भी बोलना चाहते हो तो they will take me to the custody. So how can I come out of this?
कहाँ आप? Nobody can stop you from speaking, भैया. You can speak up. They may not like it.
So
Tough luck.
sometimes the fear is in my heart. So how can I come out with fear?
हिंदी में बोलिए, क्या कह रहे हैं आप? नहीं समझ में नहीं आया।
सर मैं इस डर से बाहर कैसे आऊंगा? ये जो डर है अंदर लगता
कौन से
है
डर से?
कि अगर मैं कुछ करना चाहता हूँ अपने स्टेट के लिए, अपने देश के लिए, अपने जो यूथ के लिए, वो आ गए अंदर उनके लिए कुछ करने की, बट कभी कभार क्या होता है कि उठा के लेके जाते हैं। तो इस चीज में बाहर कैसे निकलूं?
You have to fight it. उठा के लेके क्या? उनके बाप का देश है, उठा के लेके चले जाएंगे। Okay, who the hell are they? Okay, you are a human being. Okay, but you have to create your group. Okay.
Sir, there is one lady, Darshana. She wants to speak. Darshana.
बोलिए।
Hi, Sam sir. Hi, Priyam. Just wanted to ask Sam sir. We've just had this Ram Mandir done here. I know it's of inconsequence for benefit of India right now, but the narrative seems to be set for 2024. And although Rahul ji is doing, tremendous work on grounds, this seems to be hijacking the whole election issue right now. What is the focus now? What is next?
See, the 2024 election is going to be one of the most important elections in the history of India. 2024 is going to decide the destiny of India, the path India is going to take for the future. Our founding fathers understood the basic nature of India. They decided to build a democratic nation that is for everybody. They decided to focus on diversity, democracy, freedom, justice, fraternity, where everybody has equal rights, equal space. The fundamental difference today is that there are a group of people who want to build a nation where one group of people has more importance, more power, more visibility. So people of India in 2024 will have to decide what kind of a nation they want to build. Then comes the issue, Ram temple, no Ram temple, this, that, all. That comes later on. Okay, that's an issue. But I believe the election has to be decided based on values and not issues. What do you value?
Well, I come from a land of Gandhi, I'm a Gujarati coming from Vallabhbhai Patel's and Gandhi's land, being hijacked to Adani and Modi. So it just doesn't help.
So you will have to decide that do you want to really vote for a temple or you want to vote for a secular India? Not. So then you have to vote for a secular India. Khatam. Remember, only 40% of the people vote for BJP. 60% don't. Okay, so let's understand that very clearly. Okay, the country is being hijacked by 40% of the votes, which believes they have right to decide for the 100%. It's not fair. So each one will have to decide what are they voting for in the 2024 election. Are they voting for an idea of India? Or are they voting for a party? Or individual? Or events and hawa that has been created by media? Media is completely controlled. Okay, you don't need to show Ram Mandir for 2 weeks on all television channels. Fine, it's good to have a mandir. It's okay. Good, everybody should, enjoy, and whosoever believes in it, fine. More, to me, religion is a personal thing. Okay. And don't politicize this. That was not the intention of our constitution. Okay. Religious freedom is given. You are entitled to practice your religion, and you are entitled to change your religion. You are entitled to do whatever you want to do. Okay. So
one more thing I'd like to request you, Sam sir, is I did see Donate for Nyaya campaign. There should be a bigger campaign, maybe on Indian National Congress website or on a forum somewhere where people can donate, like we have electoral bonds and we have everything in India where they can discreetly donate to BJP and reap benefits. We don't want to reap any benefits. We've had a good 75 years of independence. We would just like it to keep intact. So people like me and many like me would like to donate or do anything we can to bring Congress back to power, because we believe in the constitution, or we believe in the idea of secularism. So we need somewhere where we can, help do whatever we can.
Where are you in Gujarat? Hello? Where are you in Gujarat?
Oh, I'm not in Gujarat, sir. I am presently in UK. I live in London, but Gujarati basically by birth, and then born and brought up in Bombay, and now settled in UK. But it still, boils my blood to see what is happening back in our country.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. No, I agree with you.
Sir, the thing, sir, I just want to add the thing with the Nyay campaign. Like today, we started Donate for Nyay. The thing is, it only accepts Indian mobile numbers. So those who are abroad, and if they want to donate, they can't, because unless you have unless you have Indian number, it won't allow you to go proceed further. So
because there are some foreign exchange regulation. So if you donate $5, they will come back and say you are money laundering.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So for $5, you don't want to money labeled as money laundering person.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be headline saying Priyavada is really into big money laundering business.
Yeah, I didn't think about, that's BJP, isn't it? Yeah.
See, I think somebody spoke about electoral bonds, right? I think we had a separate topic about electoral bonds long ago, and we discussed, I think BJP also hijacked the whole kind of this donation mechanism for their, I think they created a very innovative
I have a different view, you see, and that is, but I'm a little oddball anyway. I'm saying corporates don't vote. Why should we allow them to fund? Only people who vote should fund the election. Corporations don't have a vote. How do they come into funding election by? It's a very fundamental issue all over the world. Corporate should be banned from funding elections. Okay. People vote, so people should fund election. Kadam.
Very nice thoughts, sir.
Because everything is a racket. Believe me, everything is a racket.
I think you have mentioned long ago that in the US, it's the corruption exists in a different form. I think which is also
everywhere. Everything is a racket. Okay. In the US, our medical system is a racket, according to me. Okay. It's a big racket. 20% of GDP goes into health. It's a funny thing. Okay. So we have to see things very differently. Okay. And that's why I wrote that book, Redesign the World. Okay, I'm sure you've seen this. This is my sort of last 2 years of work. I've just finished a book on democracy, which should be published next month by Penguin. And it is really for the young people like you all. It is about the idea of democracy, is the title of the book. It's written. Okay. And I'm trying to finish the third one now on unfinished agenda of Rajiv Gandhi. Okay. So we'll see. Anyway, good. Sure. Thanks, everybody. We've taken enough of your time.
Yeah, maybe I just want to do the final logistics check. Maybe next week, in case if you guys are available, we'll do the same time.
No, not in case. They have to be available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't give them any option.
Yeah, sure, sir. We will be and we have to be.
This is my gang. I expect
Sure,
them
sir.
to be available next week, and we are going to talk about, employment. I want them to contribute. I want them to lead. Okay, they are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't give them option.
Sure,
We
we
are
will.
with you, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, don't give them any option. I have to take them for granted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So 7:30 p.m. IST and same timing, guys. Let's catch
And
up.
you can feel free to contact me anytime, guys. Okay, don't worry. Just contact me anytime. Okay.
And
Thank you very much.
And my email is very simple: sam@sampitroda.com.
And contact Priyamada to know the WhatsApp group link so that you guys can be part of this Sense with Sam. There is a WhatsApp group where we
Yeah, I
discuss.
will send you the link.
Yeah, sure.
Let you guys decide. You are very good at all this. Sean and Rakesh and Priyadan and
Yeah.
Vishal and all. Okay, I leave that to you.
And sir, I would also like to meet you sometime, like maybe in a couple of months in future. Within a
Here.
couple of months, maybe I'll be in US for visit for 15
I'm
days
here.
or
Come
20
anytime.
days like that.
We can do Zoom
So
also. There's no problem.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Zoom works.
So
Zoom works. So don't wait for travel.
definitely, we will. Thank you very much, sir, for your time.
Okay. Anytime. Thank you, guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. Take care.
Thank
Prem,
you
if
so
you
much
send me
for
WhatsApp
coming
link,
on.
that would be great
Thanks
on
to
my
RWC for
DM,
being
please.
Yes, yes, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks. Bye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
you all.
Thank you, sir.